to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish, and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Notre Dame's offense will start this game off. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Coming after it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. They've made third down offense. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So the UTEP Miners offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win.
Going for a big play right off the bat. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
As a defense, you don't want to give up big plays. You did there, but the good thing is you kept him out of the end zone. Now you got a chance to make a goal line stand, get some...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UTEP.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure coming. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
The UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They're working that left side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miners!
Coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25. The kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here come the Irish back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Quick release on the RPO. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to the ground with the running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds his man, and they convert. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Miners look to keep this drive humming. Taylor has it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Miners are threatening in the red zone. Throwing right. He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Man, what an opening quarter for this offense. They've got it again, 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all...
God damn it.
The end zone, and it's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll go to the ground. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. Notre Dame right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
From the gun, the ground game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll go right back to the run. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Irish send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to... That's where they'll put it in play. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership, come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that.
He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Miners will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff in when you used him twice in that loss a week ago. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll try to pop the draw. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on.
That's crazy.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Power football with the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. They try to pop a run on the draw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep.
And what a game-changing play right there, because it looks like he's going to flip the field with a really good punt return, but then he coughs it up, and just like that, the offense is back on the field.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. To the ground with the back. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Off the play fake. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. They get through, and it's blocked. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Miners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves, and the ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Notre Dame right back to the line. Off play action. They're bringing
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He's going to throw deep right side. Gets it inside the 15. Touchdown, Irish. Reeled it in and just made the house call. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Y'all gotta start doing this shit.
Getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Robbins. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. He wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Going to the running game. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll try to get it through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. It's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. You saw that right there.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. He does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block it.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. So the offense will go for it around midfield. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Looking to move it through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll pull it down, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get.
What in the world was he doing? Where was he going? And they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Get our shit together, back
Ready
together,
to go
man.
here in the second half, and
That
Notre
was
Dame will
a
kick
great
it
first
away.
quarter, a fucking horrible second quarter. Come on, man.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense getting set for first down. They'll start this third quarter with a run. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Can't make the connection to pressure there. Caused the missed timing.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
Last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football.
They ain't no way, bro.
Start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He lets it fly.
No way. No way.
Got some room to run.
They ain't no fucking way.
The INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Hand off from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give to the tailback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. To the ground to try to move the chains.
No, he didn't get the first down. That's a lie.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate. It was not free from fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Where's my interception?
Pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks.
No, come on, dude. He wasn't even there.
Drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives.
Take him out.
That have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. but that last play, there was no...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Cincinnati looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Jolly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
The run to the left. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it.
That was a first down, bro.
Now it's just going to be a passing game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They'll go to the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can shoot some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense, locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Notre Dame right back to the line. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Got room at the 35. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing a negative play.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and...
Come on, dude.
Wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd, and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UTEP! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Grab near the sticks, it's Williams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Offense gets set for second down. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's Robin. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
No, play the ball! What the hell was that?
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he got loose, it was all over. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the 4th quarter, we're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You've got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football.
And he dropped it.
God, bro.
That would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Miners have this offense rolling. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand.
Come on, bro.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top.
No.
On the ground, keep that clock winding. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. With jet sweep pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the 1st down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
On 4th down, going to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. 1st down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab on the right.
Bro, this is fucking bullshit.
And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to
Come on,
a
bro.
scoring drive, Dave.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that. But your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense just didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's going to pass. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, UTEP. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him. He does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
He's looking to throw. There's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He's at the 50.
No way. I lost the game.
He just set sail for the end zone to the pick and
No way. I lost the game on that.
They're sending out the regular kickoff unit. I know they have one timeout left, but you got to go onside kick here. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left on the clock, and their last gasp will come down to getting this onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to
Fucking way.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
And then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This